Raiders are coming, or the Raiders are here. Yeah, for the last few years, there were billboards all around town, especially near Allegiant Stadium, where they home of the Las Vegas Raiders, that said the Raiders are coming. And I used to make a joke. I used to say things like, hey, you know what? The Raiders are coming. It's like a threat, isn't it? Yeah, you can't do anything about it. Ha, 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 LOL. But over time, even though I'm not a Raiders guy, even though I was critical of some of the money decisions made to fund Allegiant Stadium, thinking that maybe our tax dollars should go to other places other than a sporting venue, I'm almost always against that. I've come to the fact that I think the Raiders are going to be a great thing for the city. So that's the question of this video. Are the Raiders going to be a success here? And are they going to be a good or a bad thing for Las Vegas? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell for the future notifications. If you're just browsing through and you're a Raiders fan and you've never actually seen me before, I do videos nearly every single day in the morning and a live stream in the evening. And I go to the Strip a whole lot. I've been to Allegiant a few times. And it's not a Raiders channel over here, so don't sign up and click on the subscribe button thinking that I'm going to be giving you guys, tips on your fantasy pool or anything like that. I know nothing really about the team, but I know that I like sports. I know that I like to see things in Las Vegas be successful because I love this city. And I know that I think that this team is going to be a success. And I'm going to lay out the argument for why it will be successful here in this video. There's also going to be Raiders haters out there. I rhymed and I do it all the time. And if you're a Raiders hater, that's fine. Keep it civil in the chats and have some trash talk, but I don't want to see anything go off the rails. Like that, I got an airplane over me. With that, nice to hear airplanes back in Vegas for once. With that, let's talk about it. Now, if you guys want to support the channel, of course, we have like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. There's also the Facebook group called Not Leaving Las Vegas. We have, I think, 5,000 members by now, if not very, very close. Come and join us over there. We just don't talk politics or advertise for things over there. It's not a billboard for you, and it's not a place for you to talk about your political candidate. Also, we have the YouTube channel memberships, as well as Patreon, and as well as VegasFaceMask.com. The only two face masks you'll ever need. My wife makes them right here, so they are made in the USA, shipped out from right here in Las Vegas to you, 2 for $25, 60 different types. You guys can check it out there. Commercials over. All right, so are the Raiders going to be successful? I would have to say yes. You see, here's the thing. Probably some people are right when they say, maybe the Chargers would have been a better option for Las Vegas. Yeah, okay, possibly. I can see it. It's closer to Las Vegas, and we got more of their local games on TV over the years because we're kind of a satellite off of the Southern California market for most things when it comes to sports. But at the end of the day, the Raiders have an incredible fan base. Okay, you're not going to see the same thing happening, I don't believe, in Vegas that you see when the LA Chargers play in their they were playing at the StubHub Center, I think it was called, for the first little while. It was basically an MLS soccer stadium. In a lot of cases, you would see the Broncos play and everybody in the crowd was wearing orange. I really don't think that that's going to happen at the home games here in Las Vegas. We had the same argument with the Golden Knights, who I'm wearing on the hat right now. Oh, when the Golden Knights come in, all the home away teams, you're just going to have a away crowd. Never happened. So I don't think that's going to happen here either. I think that the Raiders fan base is going to transition well to Las Vegas. I think that they will make that journey. They will make that trek. And I think that it's going to be no problem with having a local fan base as well. You got to remember, this is the National Football League. It's not the it's not the NHL. I mean, I'm not putting any shade on the NHL, but when it comes down to the billions of dollars in TV contracts, the billions of dollars in team valuation, the NFL is the top of the top in all of the professional sports in the United States. And for that matter, in Canada, they have bigger TV market in Canada for the NFL than they do for Canadian football. So there is that. And Canadians, I'm not hating on Canadian football. I'm stating basic facts. I'm sorry that the CFL never made a bigger impact. I think it's a great sport too. Don't go and thumbing down the video for that comment there. But when the Raiders come into town, they bring a bunch of different things. First of all, let's talk about the advertising aspect of having the Raiders here for the city itself. See, the first game they're going to play, it's going to be Monday Night Football. That's a nationwide televised game. Nationwide televised games on any sporting event in a particular city are basically an advertising venue for the city. If you ever watch when the Stanley Cup playoffs are in Las Vegas for the last few years, every home game that's broadcast on NBC Sportsnet network has flyover shots of Las Vegas. Different things happening on the Strip when they do their little segments and their little vignettes in between plays and in between periods in hockey. I don't imagine that the NFL is going to do anything other than the same thing. So you're going to see Monday Night Football at Allegiant. Of course, there's no fans in the stands. That's the policy here, no fans whatsoever. But you will see all those different little cutscenes of Las Vegas. It's going to create brand awareness in people. It's kind of like when Nintendo, the video game company, makes a new video game console and you've been playing Xbox forever and you forget all about them, and then, oh, look, a Nintendo commercial is sponsoring this big event, and you go, oh, that's a thing, maybe I should go check that out. Same idea right here. And speaking of that stadium, Allegiant Stadium, look, it's a giant venue. It looks kind of like a Roomba. I'm not going to lie about it, but I think it's a beautiful building nonetheless. I was really critical of how they funded that building. I am not a fan of giving $750 million to a professional sports team that just churns a profit. But in the long run, having events, which was, like the Garth Brooks concert, which was unfortunately canceled, that's a good thing. Having events like possibly having the major DNC or RNC conventions come into Las Vegas for when they announce their president in the future, won't happen this year, obviously. That's a good thing. Having large-scale events like Rolling Stones concerts with 65,000 people, whereas before it was kind of capped at whatever, I believe it was Thomas and Mack. It was not Cashman. I can't remember where they played those games. You tell me in the comments below, it's slipping my mind, but where they played the UNLV Rebels games for football, that was 35,000 people venue. This is more like 70,000 people, so it does bring more people into the city. It does bring more events into the city. They say they're going to host dozens and dozens of large-scale events. Before all this happened, it was already announced that they were going to have the Pac-12 tournament here, which, if you're not following college sports, is the Pac-12 is a football conference. It's going to bring all sorts of teams to Las Vegas. Hopefully that still goes off. I have no idea with the C-19 reality we live in. Heck, we're having the Pro Bowl in Las Vegas for the first time next year. Hey, maybe some people's hypothesis comes true and they have the Pro Bowl here every single year. And the Pro Bowl or the Super Bowl comes to Las Vegas. And the Super Bowl becomes a Las Vegas center point. I've heard people on ESPN radio argue for one city to host the Super Bowl every year, one destination town. This could be that city. Who knows? Hey, look, there's all sorts of possibilities with that building. And in terms of the fan base, I think we will grow a local fan base out here. I see more Raiders stuff than I ever did. The DMV put out their special Raiders license plates. Those are a popular thing for locals to pick up and get and put on their cars. And the heritage of the team does run deep. There is a history there. By renaming the street that it is on, Al Davis Way, they are going back to the old roots of the team. If you've ever been through the Raiders Preview Center, which is currently closed, I would love to give you guys some footage of that. They're focused on the heritage and the history of the team. And people seem to forget that even though this is a team that's been transplanted from place to place to place, it does have deep roots that I can't explain because, again, hey, not a Raiders guy, but roots that I can appreciate and I can definitely delve into when I have more time to actually read about the history of the team. All I know is that Bo Jackson was probably one of the best players that I ever watched play as I was a kid, watching hockey in Canada. I was mightily impressed. So we knew who the Raiders were, even in the Great White North, back in the 80s and the 90s because of, super Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson. But I think the Raiders are going to do okay here. Some people are in my chats saying, well, the Raiders are going to be gone after 10 years. But what they don't understand is that there's actually a 30-year lease on the building for the Raiders. They have to stay in town for 30 years. And just yesterday, that was extended to 31 years. They're actually compensating an extra year because of the C-19 craziness. The Raiders are going to be one of the teams that loses the most based off of ticket sales this year. But they do have the TV markets. Hopefully they can see that, get over the bump. We will have the draft here at some point. I think Vegas will adopt the Raiders just fine, and I'm looking forward to the future. What do you think about the Raiders coming into Las Vegas? Are you excited over the team? Are you guys looking at it like, well, it is the Raiders, they move around a whole lot? Or are you a diehard Raiders Nation fan who's going to come out and tailgate? And I'm going to try to be at that game, Monday Night Football, on Monday. See if I can get out there to the parking lot of Allegiant and poke my head around. If I can't live stream the deal, I'll definitely record it in some 4K 60 for you guys so we can get an idea of what that's like. Live streaming might be tough. I don't know if they improved the cell tower reception there last time I was there. Wasn't very good, but I'll do my best for you. So with that being said, you may want to subscribe to the channel for those reasons alone. If you're just browsing through, first time watching one of my videos because you're a Raiders fan, well, come on board. Maybe you guys want to see Not Leaving Las Vegas once in a while to see what's happening in the city where you're eventually going to be coming because you are a Raiders fan. You know you're going to come here for a game. I know you're going to come here for a game. Heck, I'll probably end up going to the game with the wife one of these days. I could ever afford some of those tickets next year when they do open up. But my name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell for the future notifications. If you're just browsing through, head on over to vegasfacemask.com. Help support the channel right there. 2 for $25. Free shipping anywhere in the United States. 60 different types. I'm wearing this because it matches my shirt today. Got to do my hair when I get to work. I'm running late, but I wanted to make the video for you. Now's the time of the video. As I always do, I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? So we got to make sure I'm looking at the camera. And 3, 2, 1, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate you, like more than you even know. Click.